I'm Javon, and we're celebrating Young Writers Workshop. We did a book on a surgeon and a doctor who cared for other patients, and other people discouraged her and told her she wasn't going to make it, but she fought through it, and she ended up being an excellent surgeon.
And what's her name?
Her name is Dr. Velma.
I'd like to welcome you to the certificate ceremony for the Young Writers Workshop, Newcastle County program. I'd like to ask all the young writers to please stand up for a round of recognition. Round of applause. The Young Writers Workshop is a program inspired by the National Scholastic Kids or Authors Competition, where kids write and illustrate their own book. And this year, they picked a wonderful trailblazing doctor, Dr. Velma. So can we give her a round of applause? Volunteers who helped out to make this all possible. To my right is our project coordinator, Heather Mergenthaler. And we have some people that came out and worked with the kids as well. Sue Egger, is she here? Yep, there she is. Sue Egger, please stand. Sandra Homer, please stand. And holding it down back at the office in admin is Sheila Carlisle. Please stand, Sheila. And our partner agency, Rose Hill Community Center, we have Sheila Burkell here, who is the executive director, who doesn't like to be embarrassed, but Sheila, please stand up. We have some members and employees of the Boys and Girls Club here as well. Ron Handy and Janelle, who works at the site, couldn't be here today, but you were magnificent. Thank you. And we have Hillary and Pat from the corporate office and board. And the person who actually helps us implement this program countywide is our head librarian, Diana Brown. She's the administrator of the program, and her husband's here. She came in from her vacation day to be here, so thank you, Diana. That's truly appreciated. And the woman who helped coordinate the event today and got this magnificent food and the room set up, can Dana please stand up? You're wonderful. Thank you for being a host agency today. Now, the person who actually made this possible for us through funding and allowing us to be creative, because with every dream in America, you need some financing behind you to make it happen, is our county executive, Thomas P. Gordon. Please put your hands together and come up and give some remarks.
Good afternoon. Let me thank everybody for coming, and particularly thank Sophia Hansen and her staff. She really tries to inspire and show the importance of literacy and making it and having fun at the same time. She normally ties up my weekends, but I call her an Energizer Bunny because it's become a very important part of her job, and it's paying off. So today they won a national award, which is something to be really proud of. We talked about maybe marketing this book. We're going to have to talk about that later. But they did this book. It's a wonderful book about a doctor that I had to meet in another event. And this doctor, Velma, we were at a women's event, I think, and so I got to hear how inspirational she was. When you read the book, Christiana is very, very fortunate to have this doctor here, this specialist transplant doctor. So I really think this book has some national potential. And I want to congratulate this group here that worked at creating the first book that won a national award. That's something that's we might be able to make some money off it. But it is well written. You guys have some real talent. And I want to thank again the Rosehill Community Center and Boys and Girls Club for participating. And we also have to mention Jay Street here, our council person, good friend. My chief administrative officer in Newcastle County, good person, a good friend, Jimmy.
This is a rare occasion where you actually get both of us speaking. Usually the A team speaks and I stay in the background and smile a lot. But it's a great opportunity to come in and say to these young boys and girls what an outstanding job they did in working on this book. But it's great to see the parents and the community here acknowledging the great work that these young boys and girls did, and you are to be commended. And great job. Appreciate it.
Councilmember J Street, big supporter of Young Writers. Come on up.
Thanks for the opportunity, and I'm not here to talk to the grown folks. I'm here to talk to y'all. I am your councilman, and I want to tell you in no uncertain terms, no councilman anywhere could be any prouder of his children that he represents, than I am of you today. Y'all whooped everybody. Y'all whooped in California, whooped in Florida. It's in the Newcastle County recognition. It's in the statewide recognition. Y'all beat children across the country. And for first-time starters, that's just outstanding. So I am so proud of you and so happy for you. I don't know what to do. Now, is this the end of it? We're going to get the awards, get the certificates, eat the food, and this is the end of it today? No, because it's just the beginning. The purpose and intention of this was to encourage you to be involved in writing and literacy. And the reason for that, there's probably nothing more powerful in the world than the written word. If you look at our Constitution, if you look at the Bible, we are guided every day by what is written. And I so often say, if it ain't in writing, it don't exist. And y'all are very good at it. You're good at writing, you're good at drawing. So the question is, what's next? Well, I'm going to go to Dr. Martin Luther King. And he is most famous for saying, I have a dream. I'm not going to ask y'all today, but I'm going to ask you the next time I see you, what is your dream? If you don't have one, get one. I'm telling you, based solely on this, you can be anything you want to be and have anything you want to have. The key to it is continue to write and getting good grades in schools.
And now we'll hear from the woman who inspired the nationally winning book, Dr. Velma Scalaberry White.
I want to say this was a phenomenal experience for me. And I really would like, first of all, to thank Sophia for inviting me to be interviewed by such a wonderful group of people. And I also want to thank the city and Tom Gordon for sponsoring this program, these Young Writers Workshop, because it allows them to express themselves, and the pictures were phenomenal. I really do like my new Facebook page. But it is for me, when I came out to, on the spur of the moment, Sophia said any day, any time during the week, but make sure it's a Monday at 3 o'clock. And so I was there, and all the kids were very prepared. They had the index cards with their questions already, and then around the room they asked me everything that they wanted to know about my history, where I was born. And when you get a chance to see the book, you will really understand how much work they put into it. One of the things I do have to remark, we were just spoken about, is about dream. And part of the first page is about, if you ever had a big dream, then this book is for you. And so it goes right along with what was just said, because it really outlines my history. They try to really point out the struggles some of the struggles I encountered, and also the fact that despite it all, I was able to succeed. And so it really is a phenomenal book. The best part I enjoyed is the fact that I was compared to Bessie Coleman, the first black female pilot, and Rosa Parks, the brave woman who fought for civil rights. And we are all three on Mount Rushmore, so this is good. I would like you to come up and get your book. So first is Amira. Oh, thank you so much. Hold on. Come back.
And now we'll hear from Ron Handy from the Boys and Girls Club, who's going to do the certificate presentation.
When you believe in yourself, even if nobody else believes in you, you're always going to be great. Remember, Martin Luther King had a dream, like he said, but he believed in his dream. So like he said, never let anybody deter you from what you're going to do. And remember, when you're the first, nobody can take that away from you. Okay, first, Kenneth, come on up. Yes, you do get a medal too.
Can we please do a round of applause? This team beat out over 1,000 other entries, and they were the only team in the state to win. So we have a special award for our MVP. These three are just coming over to do a special presentation.
So there's a special lady out there named Dr. Velma, and she is a wonderful woman, and we have a gift for you. And we were inspired to write your biography.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's what I said. They've given me a series of books. The Short and Tragic Life of Robert Peace. Grandma's Gatewood Walk. And Love Your Library Cookbook.
That concludes our program. We'll have everyone up here for the last minute photographs. But thank you. And one person before I close, our Director of Communications, Tony Prado's here. Thank you for all you do with young writers, Tony, not just with this team, but with all 8 that we have in the county. So let's get started. Thank you.
This was one of the greatest days of my life because we got to experience how if you were in the actual ceremony part, plus we got to experience working with other people and getting to know them better than if we just worked with them for about a day and we didn't even know them.
I'm a very proud aunt. They did a good job with this book right here.
Awesome. It was really fun. I love to write. I write
Because
like
you
every
get to
day.
express your feelings, basically, and you can learn things from it.
This is actually our second year. Our first book was about Joe Biden.
Yes.
And we had got a personal gift, certificate from him signed by him.
And he also sent us a letter.
That was the gift.
I know.
What I got out of the Young Writers Workshop is that you don't have to like play sports or anything. You just need good grades and to work on your literature, writing, and arts. And you can put whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve it. Just as long as you put in hard work and dedication.
It was very nice. I remember that I was like the color, and because I know from my experience I don't know how to like draw and write, but I have experience with writing, but I'm good at coloring. So I did most of the coloring, and
Can you show us a picture that you did?
Sure. I colored this one. I drew the cover. I drew it off of a picture, based off of a picture. I was like the color and art a little bit. This is what I drew and colored. I drew and colored this.
Oh yeah? And what is that we're looking at?
We're looking at her dreaming that she wants to be a doctor.
They use it to do sketchbooks, so you can each get two things. You can get a sketchbook and some colored pencils or some markers, whatever you guys want.
very, very proud. I think it's a fantastic event. I think this is an awesome collaboration with the Young Writers Workshop with the state, and I think it's an honor for Christiana Care to for it to take place here. We're very proud of Dr. Scattleberry. And from a healthcare perspective, we understand that if you're age appropriate in terms of reading by grade 3, it actually improves your health outcomes. So the reading program is not only important from a professional development standpoint, but also as a health outcome.
I illustrated and I drew on some of the book. I drew this picture right here, and on one of these I drew another picture and I colored this picture.
I think it's important for our kids to understand that their voice is very, very valuable in today's society. So many times we hear about the negative things that are going on, especially with our youth, to actually see that there's a lot of positive things going on with kids. We just need to publicize it more, but always believe in exposing our kids to everything possible so they can pick out what star they want to be in the heavens.
I like trophy and a medal and a certificate.
Yes, it's my awards. This is my certificate, my trophy, and my medal.
Woo! Yeah, woo, we won all this stuff and we get more stuff. Yay, I like stuff.
It was a lot of hard work and it took us about 10 weeks to make the whole book. We had to do a lot of research and we had to even talk to her, give her an interview.
Do you like it to have your own book?
It is fantastic. I feel like a movie star. You know, maybe hopefully one day this book can become a movie, and you guys would have contributed to making it such a success, but for me this is great. I told you I don't have the Dr. Velma pen, but I already put it on my Facebook page. I'm making the cover of my Facebook picture, and so many of my friends have already asked how can they have a copy of this book. So this is going to go national, and this is all over the country. So everybody's going to know about you guys because all your names are on the cover. And I'm coming to your book signing so I can make sure you sign some of my books for me.
How does it feel to be the first ever Black doctor?
Well, you know, when I became the transplant surgeon, I really wasn't thinking about that so much. But I do remember when I got the position at the University of Pittsburgh. I really was so thrilled to be able to be admitted into the program to be a transplant surgeon. And so as I was walking down the hallway, I looked back and made sure nobody was seeing me. And so I jumped up and clicked my heels because I felt like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. Is that cute?
Was you expecting like the book and your famous popularity to go worldwide?
No, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't even sure what the book would look like. I know you guys were writing the book, but I haven't really been following your other books to know what they look like and all that kind of stuff. I was so busy with my work and stuff, so when Sophia called to let me know that you guys had won the contest and the book was out, and I mean, we found out after we had planned this, so it's really phenomenal to have this event and then find out you guys won. So it really made, I'm proud, so proud of it, so proud of it.
Right. How did it feel when you first met us?
When I came in, you guys were so prepared. I was blown away. Normally I go to a group of students to speak to them and I talk, but they don't have any questions. But you guys were prepared. I'm not sure how you did it, but you all have questions about every aspect, and so it just kept the conversation going. It was really nice from one person to another, from the beginning of where I was born and how I grew up to how I operate, take the organs out. So you guys did a phenomenal job with the questions and answers. So it really was a great session.
How did it feel who pushed you to your goals?
Say that again?
Who pushed you to your goals to become a transplant surgeon?
My mother told me that I can do anything that I set my mind to, because as you said, as I told you guys in the book, my guidance counselor told me to go get a job, and I wasn't college material. My mom said, "No way, honey, you're going to college." And so out the door I went to college and did well. So I'm very proud to be able to say that my parents were behind me 100%, and they knew that I always had a dream of becoming a doctor, and so they didn't want other people to discourage me. And that's also very important. Don't let other people discourage you from pursuing something that you really are passionate about.
That's what my mom says.
Yes. Yep. There's a lot of people that are out there who have negative thoughts and will feed you negativity, and you don't want to let that be part of what you're thinking about at all. Thank you. I think it's a phenomenal program. I wish I had had the opportunity when I was growing up to be able to participate in such an event, because it really, I think, stimulating young minds is phenomenal, because that's how you get to thinking, that's how you can express your thoughts, and you can become great writers down the line in terms of being able to tell your story, put your imagination, or be able to come up with new ideas. And I think the creativity there is phenomenal, both in word and in pictures. I mean, you guys did a great job with those pictures. I'll be ever so proud of them.
Thank you.